name is Cherise Manuel. I'm here to show my anti-squirrel bird feeder built from scrap material, and I'm starting it from scratch. So this at the moment, this I've painted on here Ronseal wood preserver, and I've already constructed it. As you can see, these are the brackets that I will put here and here to, you know, what's around here, and I'm going to start to show, you know, what I'm doing here. So just constructing it. As you can see, this is the way we're doing it. As you can see, and this one as well, and eventually it will be built another segment on top of each. And at the top, each time you'll see, as we're going along, the more we're built up. So at the top there'll be something else, and then that part of the top will be anti-squirrel proof. It might be able to jump up here, but when you get to the top, it won't be able to go any further. So yeah, and also to make it sort of wind resistance, this is another little tip. Well, what I'm going to do is I've been thinking about how I'm going to do this. This is all thing. It's not, there's no sort of instructions, and I can't show you a blueprint. This is all trial and error. It's either going to work or it's not going to work, or it's all, you know, together like that. So it's, what I'll try and do is get some weights, probably out of concrete, on the ends of each one of them to hold it down, to stop it from blowing around and falling down. So that's another little thing that I will do. We're now going to make some extensions to make, because this is all a scrap material. It's not, none of it is none of this material, you know, is like, you know, if it was like one piece it would be easy, but this is not. So we've already painted this with the Ronseal wood preserver. So this will go like this. As you can see, this is how it's going to go. It's not really brilliant because you know, that's how it is. But what we're going to do, we've got 32 screws, and we've got 8 brackets. Each bracket's going to go like that. It's going to hold this into place to connect it to the next level. So it's going to go like that, something like this. So I just want to do, and I'm not going to do 4. You see, I told you this is trial and error. This is all about, you know, putting something together without a blueprint, without instructions, without anything. It's all about things are going to go wrong, because that's life, you know. So it probably looks funny now, but as it goes along, it might even change. Its composure might completely change and looks completely different to what it was before we started. So this is how it's going to be. I'm going to make another segment here. I'm going to start. Here we go. We've got this one here, and we're going to put this like this, and it's going to look like that, hopefully. There you go. It doesn't look brilliant, and the reason for that is this is scrap material. I'm not a builder. I have to explain to me, I'm not a carpenter or builder. I'm just someone who got a passion about designing things, you know, trying to make things that work, you know. In our gardens right now, we got like being next to Richmond Park is not helpful, because we got thousands and thousands of squirrels. They come, and you don't see any other wildlife. You know, the passion is just to watch birds feeding. You know, it's getting winter now. Birds are looking for food. Probably squirrels, you know, they've already got stored nuts away, but the birds need somewhere to feed, you know, so we need to, you know, create, you know, the bird wildlife, you know, and so this is, like I said, being constructed. It doesn't look brilliant, and the reason for that is like as I explained. But what might I do? Because what the squirrels couldn't have a habit of running up there, but they also have a passion, like all rodents. They have a passion for biting into the wood, and what they could do, because they are smart creatures, they could bite into this and therefore cause the whole structure to collapse. Just avoid this. Another idea that I was thinking is putting a drain pipe on top of the wood, so to stop a couple of reasons. Stop the rodents from biting, the squirrels from making a hole, and also to protect the wood from that, and also even might be a slipperier surface will not allow them to, you know, run up there with because they've got very sharp claws. So this is one of the reasons, you know, and eventually as we go along you'll see this. Another thing for stability, and this is very important because the top, as you can see, the top has got to be smaller than the bottom, because if you have a bigger top, then the bottom will be unstable. So obviously it will be smaller. The bottom will be held down with concrete. It'll be like little buckets at the side here to allow stability, so to stop anything from collapsing and falling down. And it's not this height. It looks really tall now, but it's only because it's on the table. But once it's on the floor, it's about 5 foot, and hopefully we'll, you know, as we're getting on, you'll see how the construction develop, and you'll understand why everything is. So there we go.